Okay, let's dive in. You've decided pickleball is for you, great choice. But then, bam, you hit the store or you go online and there's just this wall of paddles. It's overwhelming, right?
Hmm.
Light, heavy, graphite, polymer. Feels like you need a PhD just to buy one.
Oh, absolutely. That feeling, that's super common. And that's exactly what we want to cut through today. Think of this deep dive as your simplified guide. We're here to help you pick the right paddle, the right gear, without all the confusing noise.
Exactly. We're focusing on what really matters to get you started or maybe to upgrade your game. So paddles will hit weight, what's inside them, the core, and the hitting surface.
Right. And then how it feels in your hand. So grip size, handle length, and super important what you wear on your feet. Shoes.
Yeah, can't forget the shoes.
Yeah.
We want to give you that solid foundation so you can make a smart choice, whether you're brand new or looking to level up.
That's the plan. Get you confident in your choices.
All right, paddles first. Weight seems like the big starting point. You see light, mid-weight, heavy. What's the deal there? What does it actually mean for playing?
It makes a huge difference, actually. So light paddles, we're talking under, say, 7.5 ounces. Think quick. Really fast hands at the net. Great for volleys, reactions.
Okay, speed sounds good. Control, maybe?
Yeah, often more control, better maneuverability. The downside, usually less power. You have to generate more of the pace yourself.
Gotcha, so if I want to blast the ball.
Then you might look at the other end, heavy paddles. So 8.5 ounces or more. These guys are built for power. You'll feel it on your serves, your drives. More plow through.
More punch? But is there a catch? Feels like there might be.
There can be, yeah. Especially over a long match or if your mechanics aren't quite there yet. A heavier paddle can lead to some arm fatigue,
Yeah.
maybe even strain if you're not careful.
Okay, makes sense. So light for speed, heavy for power.
Mm-hmm.
But what about the middle, the mid-weights?
The midweights. Usually around 7.5 to 8.4 ounces. This is often the sweet spot, like you said. It's trying to balance that speed and control from the light ones with some of the power you get from the heavy ones.
So kind of the best of both worlds, potentially.
For a lot of players, yes. Especially if you're starting out. A midweight lets you, try different things, figure out if you like playing with more finesse or more power without the paddle forcing you one way too strongly.
Right. So beginner advice.
Yeah.
Maybe start midweight and see where your game takes you.
That's generally solid advice, yeah. It's versatile.
Okay, weight covered. Let's talk about the inside the core. Polymer, Nomex, aluminum. What are we talking about here?
Okay, so the core is basically the engine of the paddle. Polymer is like everywhere now. It's the most common. It's generally softer, quieter.
Quieter. That's a thing.
It is less of a loud pop, but the main thing is it's often more forgiving. So if you don't hit the ball perfectly in the middle, it still feels pretty good. Good control.
Forgiving sounds nice, especially when you're learning. What about Nomex then? Hear that one a lot too.
Nomex is kind of the opposite in feel. It's harder, denser. You get a much louder pop and generally more power potential.
Okay, so louder, maybe more powerful, trade-off.
Can be less forgiving on those off-center hits. Because it's harder, you might feel mishits a bit more. Needs a bit more precision sometimes.
Got it. Power versus forgiveness. And aluminum.
Aluminum cores are usually pretty light, offer decent touch, but durability can be an issue. They're maybe not as common now as polymer or Nomex.
So putting it together, for most people starting out, maybe intermediates too, polymer sounds like a really solid bet. Good mix of feel, control, forgiveness.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. It's a great all-around choice for a huge range of players while you're figuring things out. Very adaptable.
Cool. Okay, core makes sense. Now, the part that actually hits the ball, the surface, graphite, composite, carbon fiber. What's the difference there?
Right, the face material. Graphite is known for being light and really responsive. You feel the ball well. Great for players who like quick reactions, good touch, maybe play a lot at the net.
So that responsiveness, good for placing shots accurately.
Exactly. Very direct feel. Composite surfaces, on the other hand, often have a bit more texture. Kind of gritty sometimes.
Gritty. Why gritty?
For spin. That texture helps grab the ball just a little bit, lets you put more rotation on it. Think shots that dip down quickly or kick funny. Composite can also offer a bit more power sometimes compared to graphite.
A spin. That definitely changes the game. Okay, and carbon fiber. Seen that one pop up more and more.
Yeah, carbon fibers really gain ground. It often strikes a nice balance. Good consistency, often feels a bit softer than, say, graphite, but still gives you good feedback. Lots of players like that blend of control and comfortable feel it offers.
Okay, interesting. So lots of options depending on if you value pure feel, spin, or maybe that balanced blend. We've got a handle on paddles now. Let's talk about, well, the handle. Grip size, handle length. Seems super personal.
Totally personal, and really important for comfort and control. Getting the grip size right is key. Too small, and you might, death grip the paddle, which causes fatigue.
Right, tightens up your arm.
Exactly. Too big, and it feels clumsy. You lose that feel for the ball, especially on delicate shots. There's a simple test, actually.
Oh, yeah.
How's that work? Hold the paddle like you're shaking hands with it. Then try to slide the index finger of your other hand into the space between your fingertips and the heel of your palm on the grip.
Okay.
If your finger fits snugly in there, the grip size is probably pretty good for you. If there's space, it might be too big. If you can't fit your finger in, it's likely too small. You'll see sizes like 4-inch, 4 1/8, 4 1/4.
So find that just right fit. What about the length of the handle itself? Does that matter much?
It definitely can, yeah. Especially based on your background. Standard length is fine for most, good for quick volleys.
Yeah.
But if you come from tennis or you just naturally use a two-handed backhand,
Like me sometimes.
right, then a longer handle gives you that extra space to get both hands on comfortably. Makes a big difference for those players.
Makes total sense. Gives you room to use that stroke properly. Okay, paddle, grip, handle, check. Now, feet, shoes. You mentioned not using running shoes. Why is that such a big deal?
Yeah, this is a really crucial one for avoiding injury. Running shoes are built for moving forward, right? Heel toe, straight line.
Mostly, yeah.
Pickleball, though, is all about side to side. Quick shuffles, lunges, sudden stops and starts, lateral movement. Running shoes just don't usually have the side support, the stability you need for that.
So you could, roll an ankle easily.
Way more easily, yes. You risk ankle sprains, other foot or leg issues. Court shoes, actual tennis shoes, or pickleball-specific shoes are designed differently. They have reinforced sides, often a wider, more stable base.
Built for those side pushes.
Exactly. They support your foot during those lateral cuts. Seriously, investing in proper court shoes, probably one of the smartest things you can do for your game and your body.
Okay, message received. Court shoes, not running shoes. Got it. So we've covered the main gear. Any final, pro tips for someone actually going out to buy this stuff?
Yeah, definitely. Number one, if you possibly can, demo paddles. Try before you buy. Lots of clubs, some specialty shops have demo programs. Feeling it in your hand, hitting balls with it. That tells you way more than just reading specs online.
Like test driving a car, basically. Good call.
Yeah.
What about price? Do I need to drop hundreds of dollars to get something decent?
No, absolutely not. You can get a really fantastic, high-quality paddle that will serve you well in that, say, $50 to $120 range. There are great options there. Don't feel pressured to buy the most expensive thing right away.
That's reassuring.
And maybe the biggest tip, trust your feel, what feels comfortable and right for you. There's no single best paddle. The best one is the one that suits your hand, your swing, your style. Comfort is key.
Yeah, it really comes back to matching the gear to your own game, doesn't it? This has been super helpful, seriously. Cleared up a lot of that initial fog around equipment.
Happy to help. The goal is just giving you that basic knowledge so you can make smarter choices, play better, and honestly, just have more fun out there.
Totally. And I guess as you play more, you just naturally get a better feel for what works for you, what you like, what you don't like.
Exactly right. It's an ongoing process. You learn, you maybe make a small tweak to your gear, see how it feels. You evolve as a player.
Well, great stuff on the gear. Thanks for breaking it all down. Now, looking ahead, what's next for our deep dives?
Next time we're shifting from what you use to how you move. We're going to get into footwork drills specifically around that all-important kitchen line. How to move efficiently, stay balanced, really own that space.
Ooh, that sounds crucial. Footwork at the kitchen is huge. Definitely tuning in for that one.
Yep, essential stuff. Gear's important, but movement's the foundation.
Awesome. Well, until then, everyone, keep swinging, stay smooth, and always keep your paddle up.
And maybe leave you with this thought. Think about your current gear. Even a small change, maybe a slightly different weight, a different grip wrap, could it make a difference in how confident you feel, how you play? Worth considering if what you have now is truly the best fit, or if a little experiment might unlock something new for you on the court.